next to the stage, David Diego Rodriguez, everybody. Give it up for him.
Let's hear it for the Mexicans. So happy birthday, Bob. One time he took me to a comedy concert. We went to see Carrot Top. So today, for his birthday, I bought him a piñata. I think that's a fair exchange. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm married with children, so I enjoy speaking for 5 minutes uninterrupted. So nobody listens to me at home, you know. I'm not allowed to speak. You know, so I bought an Alexa. Alexa listens to me. Yeah, so the other day I said, Alexa, play some coffee house music. And she said, regular or decaf? And my wife comes running in and she says, I hear you talking to your girlfriend. And I'm like, no, that's Alexa. Listen, she's playing decaffeinated music. And well, now my wife won't respond to me unless I say her name first. You know, so I have to say her name first. And I'm really nervous because I'm afraid she's going to find out about Siri and Google. So yeah, I might not have a lot of money, but I have 3 names. You know, so I'm following the family tradition of being poor. You know, so yeah, I was once the victim of identity theft, and my credit score went up. And I felt so rich, you know. I didn't report it right away, not till I got my car loan. So yeah, but we grew up poor, and we had a car. It was a total wreck. My father used to tell everybody it was rust colored, but it was actually rust, you know, except for the parts that had duct tape on it, you know. So, and then had a coat hanger that was like the spare key and antenna, you know. And they had that 460 air conditioning. That's where you roll down all 4 windows and go 60 miles an hour, you know. And it was a convertible, so it was not a very good convertible top because when it rained outside, it also rained inside. So. But that was good though, because we couldn't afford to go to an amusement park. And so my dad, well, he said it was an amusement park, he would drive us through the car wash. And we'd come out soaking wet. It was very realistic, you know? And we'd be in there like, yay, tidal wave, you know? Can we go again? No, we gotta wait till next week, you know? And that car was something else. One time the police put the Denver boot on the car, and it increased the car's value. So, yeah. The other day I was gonna have a cup of coffee, but my coffee maker broke. But I didn't want to wait 2 days for Amazon to deliver one. So I went to Walmart. But I made the mistake of wearing a blue polo shirt. And I'm looking at the coffee makers in Walmart, and this elderly woman started asking me questions about the coffee maker. And I had done my research, so I could answer all her questions. You know? And she finally picks out a coffee maker, and I put it in her shopping cart. And just then 2 Walmart employees come up to me, and they tell me, hey, it's break time. So I go to the break room. I have a cup of coffee. And to make a long story short, on Sunday I'm subbing for Sheila. And I bought a coffee maker with my employee discount. So yeah. So I'm a clean comic, but tonight I feel like the edgy comic, you know? You know, right? So, I don't know what's going on. So, but yeah, and I know I'm getting older, and a lot of people complain about getting older, but I'm like, yay, senior discount, you know? And the other day, my neighbor tells me, I saw you walking the other morning, and I was offended because I was actually running. And cars were pulling over to offer me a ride home. And my wife wants me to dye my hair so I look younger. And I told her, no, I want people to know that I have suffered.
I really suffered.
Yeah, you wouldn't even, right? Okay. And let's see. Yeah, so people are talking about all this racism stuff. I grew up Mexican, so I used to hear a lot of derogatory things about Mexicans. Like when I would go to the library, I would hear, Mexicans don't read books. I started playing sports, I heard, Mexicans don't play ice hockey. I joined the Boy Scouts, I heard, Mexicans don't go camping. And that was just my mother. She didn't want to pay for anything. And one time she told me, you're in America, speak English.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but she told me in Spanish. So, yeah, sometimes I feel like life is a birthday party and I'm the piñata. And my mother swinging the stick. Okay, thank you and good night.